I've definitely been judged more because I'm a woman, because I'm black, because I'm an immigrant. Like, think about all those things against you. Woman, black, immigrants. Like, oh my God, accents, foreign accents. Oh Lord, the roadblocks are insane. But as I told you, I do not give up. I do not give up, Lord Jesus. I don't give up, guys. Hey guys, what's up? I am back. You hear my baby crying? Oh Lord, this is why I have not been able to film, because of baby stuff, baby world. Like, my whole world revolves around my babies and work and wifehood and church. Like, seriously, I have not had enough time, but I am back. And so my husband is gonna take the baby and quiet him down. You know, we're gonna film, but I'm gonna put on some makeup so I look snatched for you guys. For myself, you know, whatever. So I'm gonna get ready. I'm just gonna do my brows and maybe get some lip balm, maybe some concealer, something, because we have a lot to chat about today. My first video back after being gone for more than a year, I think. Oh, my baby, so sweet. He's the sweetest boy, but he's sleepy and he likes to be carried. And yeah, and Mama is taking care of YouTube today. Well, I hope you guys can hear me outside of the crying. Yeah, so we have a lot to talk about. I'm going to tell you guys what has been up. I'm going to answer some questions about tenure, about my life, about my promotion, about, you know, all that good stuff, okay? I am so excited to be back. I am so pumped. It's been over 1 year. Over 1 year I've been gone. And I was gone because I was having kids. Or I was having a baby. I've had 2 children in 2 years, guys. So I have 2 under 2. I have a 20-month-old and a 3.5-month-old. So I've been in the deep trenches of motherhood. But I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I would not trade it for anything else. But I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be back on YouTube. I'm happy to bring more information. I am coming back refreshed. I'm coming back more equipped. I am coming back ready to, I don't know, like, to get more awesome content out, to help you guys more. And I actually even got a blackboard because I'm gonna be doing some tutorials about grad school stuff using the blackboard. It doesn't get more teacher than that, or professor than that. Talking about professor, drum roll please. So I was recently granted tenure from assistant professor to associate professor. It's a huge deal if you're in academia, or if you read about academia. If you remember, if you've watched Friends, you know Ross was granted tenure in season 6 and it was such a big deal to him. Well, that's what it feels like. Or if you watch Big Bang Theory or whatever, you know, it's like tenure. It's like the Oscars. It's like winning an Oscar in academia, and I could not be more humbled. I could not be more proud. You know, I know that's confusing, but I could not be more honored to join the few number of people who get tenure, and it's such a privilege. And thank you all for congratulating me, for wishing me the best. I appreciate it. All right, so welcome to my channel. My name is Amuta, and if you are just tuning in for the first time, welcome, subscribe. If you like what you hear, like what you see, like the video, share. Let's grow this stuff. I want to try to grow this channel this year. This is our year, and on demand. Can you? I drank too much coffee. I need to rein it in. I finished from a PhD in 2015. Got a job right out of school as I was on the tenure track. So the tenure track just means that you're given an appointment every year, meaning I guess in layman's terms, the school hasn't said, hey, you're gonna have a job for life. I guess that's the layman's terms of what tenure means. And so the idea of tenure is that they give you tenure as some form of protection from getting fired. But the idea of tenure is that, look, you have a job for life, you know, we like your work here with us for life, and don't ever leave, and get a pay raise and all that. So anyway, we'll get into that later. But yeah, so the way tenure works, the first 6 years you're an assistant professor, and then you apply, you have to submit every single thing you've done for the 6 years as an assistant professor. Your research publications, your teaching records, your research grant applications, like your serving on committees. I advise PhD students. I'm a dissertation chair and thesis chair for several students. So you do all that. You have to provide an extensive record of everything you've ever done. Mine was almost 250 pages probably, of everything I've done at my institution, and even in the field. And so I submitted all of that. And so what happens is it's reviewed on the departmental level, at the college level, and then at the grad school level, provost level, president level, and then board of regents level. So board of regents is like the highest level in the university. And so once the board of regents votes, like, you know, they look through my work, and then they're like, voting to promote Anne Amuta to associate professor. All in favor say aye. Then people say aye, and then all opposed say nay. It was unanimous, by the way. It was a unanimous vote. And then nobody says nay, and then they were like, no nay. So Dr. Amuta is promoted to assistant professor, and then they email us and say, hey, congrats, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So that's how it works. But it's a very rigorous process. I can't go into all of that. Just go online and read about tenure. You know, it's a very rigorous process. It has a lot of highs and lows. I was nervous throughout, although I knew I had all the documentation they needed. So yeah, really excited. And so I put out on Twitter that you guys should ask me questions related to my career and all of that. And this video is gonna answer all of that. So thank you for your questions. Oh, it started raining. So, okay, so the first question is, what can you tell people like us who are of the same age as with you and still at the BSc level and no tangible achievement so far? This makes me so sad, but I want to tell you that age is just a number. I know it sounds like, oh, you're just saying that, please, but truly, age is just a number. Don't give up. You heard about Naomi Campbell. She has a child at 50. Surrogacy or not, there are all these people. Regina King, she's directing her first, she's been directing a lot at 50 or 52 or whatever. So there are people that come into there are people that come into their own at a later stage in life, and it's really okay. I think that a lot of people get intimidated. Like I saw a lot of comments in like, at 32, I'm 32. At 32, and I understand, because I went to school. I mean, I finished college. I finished from ABU when I had just turned 20, so I was 19, almost at the point I graduated from ABU. But so I was really young, but it's just my path, right? Everyone has their own path, and I want to encourage you that don't feel like, oh my gosh, I have not achieved anything, I'm useless. No, it's just keep working hard and keep believing in yourself. All it takes is a couple months, a year, and your whole life can be turned around. So finish your undergrad, and get yourself a job. I don't know, Nigeria is a mess. Or go to grad school abroad, or even in Nigeria, whatever it is. But I just want to encourage you that don't give up and don't feel like you amount to nothing, because you amount to something in the eyes of God. You are loved, you are believed in, and you are valued. So don't look at other people and compare yourself. Like, healthy comparison is good. I healthily compare myself to my colleagues, because it kind of gingers me to like, okay, yes, we can go, but in a healthy way, not in a jealous way, because jealousy doesn't help anyone. So you know what I mean? So just keep keeping on and keep believing in yourself. All right, next question is, what are the requirements for being a tenured professor? I'm reading from my phone. for being a tenure professor with reference to publications and work experience. So to become a tenure professor, it depends on your institution. So every institution has different requirements. So it really depends on your institution, on the institution you work at. Okay, so for me, I had to have a number of publications, research publications, which I have like so many. So that was not a problem. You have to advise PhD students and master's students. Like you have to be like a dissertation chair for students. You know, they have to like you. So I got reference letters from my students, my PhD students, to kind of, you know, talk about what they like about me. I got a letter from my master's students. And then they also evaluate your teaching records. You have to be a good teacher. I wouldn't say I'm the best teacher ever, but I try. I put in my best. I encourage my students. I root for my students. I am their greatest cheerleader, and I think they love that. And I'm very lively in class. Like in front of my class, if you ask any of my students, I make them laugh. I make them learn. You know, I make them believe that it's possible. And I think that the job of any teacher, any professor, if you're going to stand in front of students, you need to help them believe in themselves. You need to help them believe that it's possible. And that's, I feel like God has given me that, God has blessed me with the ability to ginger people, like, you know, like put fire under people's asses to get going. So I don't know, so I love that. And then the third part of work of the evaluation process is service. So typically as a professor, it's drizzling. So if you guys see rain drops on my shirt, it's because it's drizzling right now. So the third part of the review process is service. So you have to serve in a committee, like I serve on scholarship committees. I've told you guys before. That's why I always tell you there's money. There are graduate assistantships in a lot of universities. I serve on the scholarship committee. I serve on the graduate committee. I serve on the well-being initiative of students committee. So you just have to serve. I also review. I serve as like an editor for a journal, a public health journal, and all that. So it's a very multifaceted process, right? You need to have all this like research. You have to have good teaching, and you have to serve. Okay, and then there's also the intangibles, right? You have to be liked. Like if people don't like you, then they don't want to work with you for life, which is what tenure is. So there's a lot of politics involved, but it's healthy politics. It's not like dirty politics or anything. So people just like tend to have to like you, kind of, to like really put, like, you know, really speak well of you, you know, because every stage you have there's a letter that's written in support. So when the regents which is the highest level, like I talked about, when the regents meet, they read all those letters from your colleagues, from your head of department, from your dean, from your provost, from your president, from the president of the institution, which is more like the vice chancellor of the institution. And then the board of regents is like council members. So they're actually more powerful than the president because they're a collective voice. Anyway, so yeah, so it's very multifaceted. All right, next question. What would you say is the future of public health as a professor in the field? Thank you. Please post. Okay, so the future of public health is so bright, especially with with COVID happening. We have seen a surge in applications in my department, because a lot of people are now curious. Public health, Dr. Fauci, like what, you know? So we're having a lot of interest in public health. So the future is bright. Okay, all right. Prof at 32, not possible in Nigeria. I don't know. So another question: what was the lowest point on your journey, during your journey? My lowest point, when you say journey, I'm thinking from the day I left Nigeria till today, right? Because it's all a journey. My lowest point was when I moved here, and everyone was like, "You have to study nursing. You want to do a master's in public health? What? You're not going to make anything out of your life. You have to study nursing." And I was like, oh my God, do I need to do nursing? But I'm stubborn and I have a vision. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do nursing. But I was tempted. And I think just that period of temptation, like that period when you're like, what am I going to do with my life? Am I even making the right choice? What am I doing, God? What am I doing? Like that was really low for me because I was very confused. and I was young, and I just didn't know what to do, and there was so much pressure to go study nursing that that I was kind of like, and the pressure wasn't from my parents, it was from like some people here. You know, you meet people, you meet other Nigerians, they're like, hey, you're studying public health, yeah, go do nursing. No, not nursing, that's where. And you know, so when you hear that from everyone, you start to question yourself too, you know, like, what, should I do nursing, like what the heck? So that was really low, because I went through this whole phase of like not knowing what to do with my life. But thank God we're here, and I stuck to my guts, and I'm so grateful to God for that. Do you ever try, the next question is, do you ever try to quit? I never try to quit. I keep going. I'm a very optimistic person. I hear of the stress in academia, and what helped you bounce back? What are the lessons to help those coming behind? So I know like there's a lot of stress in academia, but what I do is I stay out of the drama. Trust me, you never want to get in drama. I stay positive. I'm good with my colleagues. I do not, if there's drama, if I find myself in drama, I always apologize. I don't have any pride. Like I don't care. Even if what's the point, I can say I'm sorry. I don't care, you know, and I don't get myself involved in drama. So that helps. That reduces this academic stress by 50%. Because let me tell you, most of the stress in academia is colleague drama. Like, this person said this person is your research. Like, somebody has told me my research is garbage. And I was like, that's fine, because I know my research is helping Black women and helping immigrants. So I don't care what you say, you know? So it just goes over me. I'm like Vaseline. So when you pour water on Vaseline, it just rolls over. In terms of stress from work and stuff, yeah, there's stress, but any job has stress, you know. So, and I feel like I'm called to this career path. So I don't feel like I have stress, but I rejoice in it, and I just do it with my whole heart, if that makes any sense. And I have a great support system. My husband is like an angel, guys, angel. So I feel like that helps a lot. Okay. Next question. Do you ever feel overwhelmed with your career choice? No, I don't. Do you ever feel like you're underachieving? Sometimes, which is gonna sound crazy to you guys, because you're like, underachieving? You just got tenure, what? But sometimes, you know, I feel like, could I be doing more? Could I be at Harvard? Could I be at Yale? What? Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, there's sometimes I have those moments where I'm like, maybe I could be doing more. Maybe I could be at Harvard, you know, or Yale, or Stanford, or, you know, Carnegie, like one of the of Philadelphia, you know, like one of the Ivy Leagues, maybe. But I have a family and I have kids, and I'm happy with where I am right now. So, but yeah, sometimes I do feel like that, here and there. But you know, it's okay. Like I said earlier, I have those feelings, but then it just flows over, and I'm fine. It's just like fleeting moments. What does it take to be a prof? I mean, is research work the only major criterion here? No, like I said earlier, research work is not the only criterion. There's teaching, there's service, and service is to the college, to your department, to the college, to the university, to your profession. Yeah, so, but I think I'm gonna make a different video about what it takes, like how my journey, because this video is getting long, but my journey is what I'm gonna make a video about. How will your role change now as an associate professor? Any new added responsibilities and privileges? Hell yeah! So of course the title carries weight now, because it means I'm tenured. So it means I have a job for life. It means I get a pay raise, a very, very healthy pay raise, which I'm very excited about. Privileges, you know, you're just a higher rank now, which is what it is, you know. So that would be the privilege, you know, and then the money, and then just they're various things. I think the one thing I'll say is this job security, which is what tenure is about. Job security. How did you start? Have you ever schooled in Nigeria? Hell yeah, I did my undergraduate in ABU. How did I start? That's going to be in the other video where I tell you guys about my story. Okay, let's see. How are you a professor at 32? Well, I finished college when I was about 19. I just turned 20, and I came to the US, and I finished my PhD when I was 26. And yeah, okay. so I went to school like a lot. Like I always joke that I've always been in school. Even as a professor, I'm in school because I'm always learning about the new research. I'm always writing research. Like I've been in school all my life. Seriously, guys. So yeah, but I love it. I would not trade it for anything. This is where I am called to be, and I love it 100%. I'm grateful to God that He put me in this path because it's the best for me. Okay, now that you're a professor, how do you feel? I feel great. Do you think being a professor is enough? Yeah. What are challenges you faced as a female? Oh, girl, so many. Because when people see that you're a girl, you're a female, I feel like they just expect more from you. Like I read a tweet today. She said that women are judged by their outcomes, men are judged by their potential, and it hit me. It's so true. I've been on hiring committees. I've just, even my personal experience, I've definitely been judged more because I'm a woman, because I'm black, because I'm an immigrant. Like, think about all those things against you. Woman, black, immigrant. Like, oh my God, accent, foreign accent. Oh Lord, the roadblocks are insane. But as I told you, I do not give up. I do not give up, Lord Jesus. I don't give up, guys. And I don't care. I don't let my immigrant status, my being black, my being female, I do not let that stand in the way of who God has called me to be. So I step into it with boldness, and God has been faithful so far. So with boldness, but with humility. All right. Do you at any point get tired of research work? Yeah, here and there. I feel like I get tired sometimes, but it's my job and I enjoy it. I'm doing research that is meaningful to me. I do research on black women and research on immigrants. So I feel very fulfilled in what I'm doing. And that is that. So I don't really get tired. I'm so passionate and excited about it all the time. 99% of the time. What will you have done differently if you had a choice, if you had a chance? If I had a chance, I probably would be, what would I be? Like, I'll probably be a chef, or like an event planner, or a wedding planner, or like maybe mostly a chef, because I love cooking. I love to concoct recipes. I'm obsessed with cooking healthy foods that are still tasty. That's like, I'm so obsessed with that. And so I would probably have gone to culinary school to learn all the tips and tricks about food, and probably have a food brand or something that's healthy, organic, just like good food that tastes good and, delicious. Probably, but that's not what it is right now. So there's a question somebody DM'd me about balance. It says, how do you balance life as a mom, a wife, and a career lady? Whatever. She was asking about balance, how I balance everything. And here's what I want to say about balance. I've talked about this in another video, but there's nothing like balance. Balance does not exist. I just ebb and flow. Sometimes my career takes front seat. Sometimes my marriage takes front seat. Sometimes my motherhood takes the front seat. It's impossible to always have everything equal, right? It's not possible. I don't think it's possible. Maybe it's possible for some people. For me, it has not been possible. So what I do is like when I was writing an NIH grant, National Institute of Health, it's like our big funding agency, public health. When I was writing that grant, it took so much from me that I couldn't be the best mom I wanted to be. I couldn't be the best wife, but I was able to submit that grant, okay? I was able to make it work. And although I did not get the grant, I got scored. So I went through 2 levels, which was fantastic, which in grant writing world and in NIH world, that's considered a success, at least, So there's never a balance. What we can only hope is that at the end of our lives, it all balances out. You know what I mean? Like at the end of it all, there is a balance, right? So I don't beat myself up because I'm not being a good mom because I have to work. I never do that. Never. I'm like, well, I have to work now. The last 2 months I've been killing it in the mom game, but I have to kill it on my job. Right? But if you're thinking about balance day to day to day to day, I don't think that's a thing. Okay, like right now I'm making this YouTube video and my kids are crying in the living room, so I'm not being a good mom right now because I'm making this video. But I'm gonna go take care of them now and shut this off. But for the last 1 hour, would you say I was being a great mom? Probably not, because they're crying. But I'm making this video and I feel like I should come back to YouTube and do what I love, and not just let myself go or just forfeit what I love to do because I'm now a mom, you know? So yeah, so I feel like day to day there's no balance, but at the end of your life you hope that it all balances out. So a lot of you have asked that I share my career journey. Like I said, it will be in a different video. Okay, all right, so this is it. This is all. Oh my gosh, yay. I'm so excited to be back, honestly. Oh, this is my first video back and I could not be more excited. And I hope you guys keep coming back. Like, subscribe, share, and let's grow this channel. And I will be coming back with so many more videos. I have a list of videos I want to make. I want to help you guys get into grad school, get into school, even undergrad. I want to help you guys succeed. All right, love you guys. Mwah. I will see you in my next video. All right, bye.